hello again. Last time I broke a master lock key safe. This time someone suggested I do a Supra one, so I've managed to get a hold of one. Second hand, it's been cut off a house, but it's actually quite new and it's in the lock's in good condition. Quite surprised at how easy it was to get into this one. Although in the UK apparently it's the only one which is recommended by the police, so it's police approved. But actually I've managed to work this out and get into it in probably about 15 to 20 minutes. So this one set at the moment. I'll show you how it works, and then my daughter's going to set a new code for it, one that I don't know, and I'll attempt to open it. Okay, grab that. So it's actually quite a sturdy unit. It's much heavier than the master lock. The construction seems much heavier, especially here about the side walls. The master lock had a thin back plate, and then the side walls were attached in a sort of rivet fashion. This has got a single piece back plate with quite a heavy hinge pin in here. And the locking mechanism is much heavier, and you can feel the whole thing's cast from the back and front are cast from a single piece each. Whether it's, I think it's aluminium, but I would imagine it's much more resistant to just knocking it off the wall with a hammer, the way some people seem to be able to do with the master lock. There's obviously no reels on here, it's all push buttons, and the way it works is you punch in your code and you turn the handle and that opens it. In this case there is no code. I'll just turn the handle and that should open it up. The way you set the code in this one, it's in the back. This little card pops out and there are 12 dials here, and hopefully you can see that, but above each one there's a dot. It should be up this way. So you've got numbers 1 to 5 and 6 to 0, and then you've got A and B, but essentially it's just 12 digits. For each of them, when the dot's down, the number's off, and when the dot's up, nope, it's got to be in lock position. When the dot's up, that number's on. So I've set that to number 1. So if I press number 1, the lock opens. Number 1, the lock opens. Simple as that. And you can set as many or as few as you want. So you can have one or you can have all 12, but obviously neither of those is going to be secure. So you would have a combination. One sort of major drawback of this lock is that if you set the code 1, 2, 3, 4, it's no different to the code 4, 3, 2, 1, because all you're doing is selecting 4. It doesn't matter which order you put them in. Obviously you've got 12 buttons, so there's quite a large number of possible combinations, but it still doesn't have the same, there's the same number of possible combinations as something like the master lock if you're just going to sit and guess at it. Right, the lock's open at the moment and there's no code set. You can tell that by reset and then turn the dial, and that opens the cam. Like so. So what's going to happen now is my daughter's going to set a random 3-digit code using these dials here, and then she'll give it back to me and I'll attempt to open the lock. Okay. Okay. Okay, 356. If you look in here, see that. Oops. Yeah, so 3's up, 5's up, and 6 is up. It was actually very easy to do. No tools, no lights, nothing. All it required was the knowledge of how to open it, what you're feeling for and what you're listening for. Simple as that. So for a police approved lock, or for apparently the only police approved lock in the UK at the moment, again it was a bit of a disappointment. Thank you.